Okay, here we go. After the Who 9. And this was part 1 of the finale.
Oh gosh, this one scared the pee out of me.
It was very suspenseful. It was very good, I thought.
There was a lot of misunderstandings,
Mm-hmm.
which I hated because, like, there are so many things that you think are going to happen that don't actually happen.
Yeah. Well, you know, for me, actually, you want to know what happened?
Oh, what?
I follow BBC One on Facebook, and they live Facebooked. I don't know if that's the correct term.
Okay.
The episode when it aired in the UK.
Oh.
With these, and now normally they'll say spoiler in big letters and then written words, and I just won't read those, and I'll keep scrolling down my Facebook feed. Well, they had pictures with things written on them that flew off the page at you. So I mean, the first thing I saw was that Danny Pink died, and I was like, this was like 3 hours, 4 hours before the episode. I was like, geez, warn a person. And then I found out about Missy being the master.
That we have it on tape. That was my first guess who Missy was.
Oh, you mean on the after? Yes.
Mm.
Yes. Okay. Take a moment to brag about how that you guessed it first.
Okay, but
So anyway, when we started watching the episode, I already knew that. I already knew about the Cybermen, and I knew about Danny Pink.
Oh wow.
So I already knew all the big aha things. It was just how they were going to come out, so that was.
Mm-hmm. When me and my dad heard about the X-ray water, me and him immediately went, wait, there's got to be something over that. They're Cybermen.
Yeah, Dad said it out loud, and then
Yeah.
when the doors closed and the two circles with the little circle that was the symbol came
And we're
together,
like-
and your dad was like Cyberman eyes.
Yeah.
That was cool.
No, he thought of Cybermen eyes, and me, and he said it first, and then I.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
And
that,
so it was go ahead, honey.
Dr. Chang was his name.
I don't remember.
He's got weird intentions
Oh,
for the swimming pools.
Oh yeah. Well, he's not alive anymore, so that's all right.
He's got issues.
Okay, so we don't have that many questions, but
The doctor and Clara's face about the swimming pool idea were like,
well, the doctor didn't understand, or was it the doctor that didn't understand?
I think it was the doctor, and Clara was just like, ugh.
Yeah. Well, so we have the second half coming up next week, which we did not get a preview for, but your dad said there was a lot of things in the original preview that they didn't show in this one, so it's sort of like a whole total finale preview.
Yeah.
So I guess we're going to hopefully get all the answers next week.
Yeah, because she never said the existing.
Right, that she never existed, right.
But what doesn't make sense to me is how could the Master have all this power and, like, chosen Clara?
I
That's what
don't.
she said in the other episode.
Hopefully we'll find that out.
Or maybe he. I've been calling it that ever since I figured I was the Master. She has, like, gone crazy, and maybe she's just saying all this stuff to confuse us.
I said this to you earlier. That actress was the perfect choice to play the Master.
Oh, no
Because the Master's always been a little unhinged. Yeah, and I've seen her do other stuff, the same actress, because I'm slightly obsessed with shows from the UK, and not just Doctor Who.
Yeah.
But I've seen her in other stuff, and she's just really good at that sort of unhinged. Yeah, she's a little, just even the way she talks, and she's really good at it. And I really liked her.
The Fibbette.
Mm-hmm. And what really, my moment where I was like slapping myself on the head is when she said, Missy is short for mistress, because she couldn't very well keep calling herself the Master, and I was like, duh! Oh!
We should have figured that out before.
Right. Okay, so let's get to our questions. We actually don't have that many questions.
Yeah.
I'm
still trying to figure out how the Master survived, though.
But just for people who haven't watched an After the Who before, real quick, favorite Doctor?
Oh, seventh.
Seventh Doctor. Why?
Because he's awesome.
Because he's, okay, that's a good answer. Favorite, classic Doctor Who episode?
Oh, well, probably the Psychic Circus.
Okay.
But another reason I like the Seventh Doctor is because he's not too insane and grumpy, and he's not too...
Happy and cheerful.
Yeah.
He's a good balance.
He's a good balance.
I like balance.
Yeah.
Favorite current Doctors, 9 through 12.
Oh,
favorite
okay.
episode.
Like, forgetting about the 15-year gap and there's those.
Right.
12.
Favorite episode though. I said.
Oh, episode. I thought you said doctor. No. But episode. Probably the latest one.
Yeah, you always say that. Okay. Is there any other basics that we should cover before we go on to these questions?
Favorite companion? Claire
Favorite
Osmond
companion.
Oswald.
Favorite companion, Claire Oswald. And mine is Rose.
Well, not Osmond Oswald. That's about the...
Yeah.
Wow, she has a complicated name.
She's the impossible girl.
And I had a theory, actually.
Okay.
The way the Master maybe could have chosen is maybe the Master still has a time machine, just like he did in the classic series.
Okay.
And she actually cut the leaf from the tree.
Oh.
That's how she could have maybe chosen. But
Gotcha.
then again, that's a really impossible theory. But then again...
Right. Okay, so let's get to these questions. Yeah. We are late getting the video started today.
Yes.
It's like 4 o'clock, after 4 o'clock right now. So by the time I get it uploaded, it's going to be almost bedtime. So, anyway, let's get going. Favorite part of the episode last night?
Oh.
I know.
There are a lot of good parts.
There's a lot of good parts. A lot of parts where I was sitting on the edge of my seat.
Me too. I really thought they were going to show more of the Doctor Who episode. And when Danny's about to press delete, and then I'm like, no!
Yeah.
But I don't think he's going to, because usually when they do those suspenseful moments, he's not going to. He's going to go like, no. Just to...
Well, you know what I'm curious about? Because my theory is that really isn't Danny Pink anymore. It's just the idea of him that's been uploaded and not really him.
He can't have an original thought.
Right. That's why he couldn't tell Claire. She said she uploaded the people into there, so it's just the stuff that they knew before. He can't have an original thought. He can only remember from before. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't... The favorite part of the episode was the whole thing?
Yeah, pretty much.
No, I know what you're... I just happened.
Yeah,
I know one part you really loved that cracked me up, too, is when she was throwing the keys in the lava.
Oh, my God.
And then it turned out she was in the TARDIS, and he's picking up all the keys, and you realize that she was just staying there in the TARDIS tossing these keys.
I'd really love to see that from the Doctor's point of view.
Right, where she's just tossing the keys, and they're clanking on the TARDIS.
I'll do it!
And he's like, no, don't.
Oh, no, you threw it into the bookshelf.
Oh, no.
Oh, gosh. Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, you hit K9. Oh, what? No.
What do you think about a female master? Yes or no?
Yes.
I gotta tell you.
People have been wanting a female doctor. I think that's Stephen Moffat's compromise with the fans.
I'm kind of irritated by the whole... I don't know if I like the female doctor. I don't know if you know what? They don't gender specify on Gallifrey. They don't because I don't high five. But they don't gender specify. They are who they are, and why should we do that?
Mm-hmm. Well, since you don't high five, epic handshake.
Okay, epic handshake. All right. Are you starting to like Capaldi more?
A bug just flew on my glasses.
Did it bug you?
I love Capaldi. He is awesome and grumpy.
Now, I know the answer to this one. Did Missy being the master surprise you?
No.
Because you knew you were right the whole time?
Well, I had my doubts every once in a while.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, maybe it's the TARDIS. Maybe it's...
You're right.
And I heard this really, really not right theory.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure the writers of Doctor Who pretty much just had budget cuts, but one of the theories is that Missy is Amy. I'm like, that's not even...
No.
No. How would it... That doesn't fit. So, I honestly think the heaven and the garden from the other episode is just budget cuts.
Budget cuts? What do you mean?
Like, they couldn't afford another garden. So they just used...
Oh, I get you, because people thought it was Amy because it looked like the garden from the episode where she was stuck in that... Got you.
Yeah.
Well, you know, there's that joke about in the UK, there's...
What?
13 actors and 5 sets.
Oh, yeah. Which is almost true.
Nah, it's just
No,
fun.
it's not. But I watched Merlin too, and there's like I'm like, oh, he's from Doctor Who, and he's from Doctor Who, and she's in that one episode.
I don't know. I like that. I think it's neat.
Yeah. I just hate it when the actors in Doctor Who die. Then it's kind of I don't really like seeing them in other shows.
Oh.
That should be the end of their career. Stop
Oh,
it.
that's awful.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
All right. Will Danny push the button?
No.
You don't think so?
No, because they cut it off at the suspense. If he was going to, they'd probably end it at like emotionless Danny.
I think Danny is already gone. I do. I think he's already gone.
And deleting himself would just get rid of the
Right.
form, the idea of him.
Yep. What do you think Missy's plan is?
The usual.
What?
Kill the doctor and
Take over the world?
yep, pretty much. The
What?
whole cliche package.
Was this episode surprising or predictable?
A little bit of both.
I thought it was very surprising, even though I had spoilers.
Yeah, because the Cybermen were pretty surprising and predictable at the same time. And the predictable was, she's not actually a robot.
Right.
Because she pretended to be a robot.
Yeah.
That was funny. But yeah, it was a little bit of both, but more surprising than it was predictable.
Last night you were very mad at Stephen Moffat.
Yes, I was. I'm like, why did you do that? I didn't actually yell, but I got very...
I need to know what happens because I
Me
need to
too.
know the answer if that astronaut from earlier in the series was really a descendant of Danny and Clara or not, and how that's possible. I need to know. I need to know.
But it's a family heirloom, I know.
Right. Okay, one last question. Do you think Clara will get Danny back? I personally think he's gone already. So I don't know how she'll get him back if he does. But Doctor Who always does that to me. It's like, oh no, it's over, and the Doctor fixes everything, and then you go, oh, okay.
I honestly think Clara is gonna
It's gonna save him?
die. She's gonna try to come to Danny, even though she said she wasn't going to if he said, I love you again. And then the Doctor's gonna get them both back in the process of getting Clara back.
Okay. We'll see you next week, I guess. So, then next week
I
will
thought
be...
you said, I'll see you next week, I guess. I'm like, okay, bye.
So next week will be our last After the Who video. Why are you looking at me like... And we'll still do the Ask Colin every week. Okay?
Okay.
So I guess we'll see you later.